I love randomizers, and I've learned to do a few games throughout the years. One of my favorites is Link to the Past, so I hope you're ready to watch me play one. But what is a randomizer? Randomizers allow me to revisit old classics with a fresh layer of spice on them. They take all of the existing items in the game and shuffle them around. This means an item, like the sword or the bow, won't be found where I'm expecting them to be, and I have to figure out where to go to achieve the goal. In this case, that's beating Ganon after finding all 7 crystals, which may or may not be in their original dungeon. I'll be talking a lot about the thoughts I have as we're going along, as well as showing off some of the tricks I've learned in the past 4-ish years of running these. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. We have to be named Pika. P. Okay. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's start in my house. So, a lot of the first things, beautiful, that I'm going to be doing are called Sphere 0 checks. So anything that's around the first areas of the game that you can get to without many items, or items that you can't get intrinsically, so like bombs don't count as an item that I can get, for instance. But like we're gonna go into here, talk to Uncle, make sure he's doing okay. He's not, spoiler alert, it's fine. Fire Rod? Fire Rod right out of the gate is fucking wild. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll grab this. A bottle is really good early on as well. Because that opens up a check, but bottles are really, really useful overall. Like, being able to have a backup of blue potions, because we often have a lot of money to buy said blue potions from the potion shop. Makes it a little easier to get around. Yeah, we could probably do bottom of escape right now, at least, but we're gonna do some of the other overworld checks first. Here I'm going straight to Sanctuary. We could have saved and quit, that probably would have technically been faster, but meh. Sometimes we like to live dangerously. So we get to talk to... Princess Zelda's already escaped. She's already rescued. She's in the chapel. Give this guy a kiss because he heals us. And you had $20. I'm taking the tithe from the church for myself. As any good Pikachu would. No, leave me alone. Get out of here. You don't want what I have, I promise. I will set you on fire. Next up is Forest. So a lot of this is pretty specific gameplay. A lot of the early checks are pretty simple because we don't have anything that we need to like do. But we are going to go through here. Check what's on this ledge. See if we need to beat Aghanim today. We don't. That's a piece of heart. That's good news. And then we're going to go to Forest and see what happens there. Oh, sorry. Got distracted. Leave me alone, Crow. Okay. $5. You know, $5 is $5. If you find $5 in the forest, we might as well pick it up. And then this drop down here has an item. Arrows. Cool. Didn't really want that right now, but okay. I would like the thing that can fire those, but whatever. Okay. Leave me alone. So next we have a wealth of checks that are underneath the Hasra, or I guess it's technically Blind's Hut. In Blind's Hut, and then in the area off to the side where the well is. So that'll be nice. I'm hoping by the end of this we'll have enough rupees to be able to buy the bottle from the merchant, which isn't a bottle. It's not a bottle. But save a little bit of time. Lamp is good. We're not doing our darker rooms alone. Mirror is good. $300 is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. We're in pretty good shape early game. This is nice. Boomerang is good. Kind of. It's useful. It's just, it's not an overwhelmingly like, oh my god, you know, kind of an item. Mirror and lamp, though. We have both our fire sources early, too, which is interesting. Because you can set the logic of the game to say fire rod counts as the light source, so you might have to do some of the dark rooms that fire rod isn't access. You know? Oh, good. More bombs. We've used a couple already anyways, so... Sword. Beautiful. We don't have to fight anything swordless, which is great. Some tough... that is the wrong cane. I like Cane of Burna more. Or no, sorry, Cane of Samaria. That's Cane of Burna is the one we just got. It's okay. It's good damage buff. It'll be really nice for the blind fight later anyways. Getting a glove there means we're going straight to mountain once we're done with all of these other checks. To get the chicken. I throw a pot at it. There's a way you can soft lock there, actually, so... Peace out. Yay. Love found in chicken coop. Fork found in kitchen. Okay, he's not a problem. He's just gonna run away from us. He doesn't actually do anything. There is a retro achievement for it, though. If you catch him with the boots, you get an achievement. Oh my god. Why do you have all these bombs? You are a kid who catches bugs for a living. What's wrong with you? Boots! Oh, beautiful. I hate not having boots in the early parts of the game. It just makes traveling around so much easier. So then we can do stuff like this. We're also going to actually be able to do the library check, which is good. If there's something, it is nothing, so we're not going to waste the time doing it. We are also going to check what's on this ledge over here. It's a full heart container. I'm going to leave it for now, actually. Like, more health would be nice for sure, but it's not worth doing that long check for just one. You know? I'm gonna regret those words. I'm gonna die at some point. We'll probably get it if it's convenient later on, honestly. Because if I get to shovel game and I'm still a little low, we might as well pick it up, you know? Okay. Get across the desert here. Ledge is just a piece of heart. That's huge. So that means we don't have to do that. It's these little incremental time saves, right? Like, is it easier to do? No, but it's easier to check the check than to get the check in some cases. So I didn't know if that was going to open it. That's fine. Okay. Grab the $20. I just stole your savings, old man. How do you feel about that? He feels nothing. I forget what his name is, because we have Sahasrara, or whatever, however you pronounce his name. And it's supposed to be his brother or his cousin or something. It's weird that he's not more important. Okay, then we get this dam. We have mirrors, so we can actually do a pretty cool trick here. Not if I don't do it right. Hello? Hold on. Once we get to dam, we can do a pretty good trick here, which is despawning that whole thing. It's more impressive if I do it on the first time. But as far as you know, that was the first time. Except now I've incriminated myself. Now we get to check the item that's out of here as well. Let's see. What do you have? Hook shot. Huge. That means Swamp Palace is pretty much in logic. That's awesome. We'll check what we need to do here in a little bit. Ouch. Actually, since we got this, this makes this room a lot easier. since they died a hook shot real quick. 50, 50, 10. Okay, we found Greg. How good. How good for us. We can go up to Ice Cavern now, which is just this one check over here. We can check it pretty quick, all things considered. And then I want bomb. We're gonna pick up this rock, I guess. There's nothing in that hole. It is good to know that there is a hole that spawns there, though, because otherwise... both boomerangs. Interesting. In entrance randomizer, that's important. We're gonna go ahead and go to Sanctuary now. Because... we can do the back half of Escape right here. I'm hoping that we get a key, because if we get a key nearby, that means that we can do the back half of Escape while we're here. There's a slim chance that this will work. I could have dashed, it's fine. But we need a key to get through that door, but then there's a mouse that we can get for the other one. Hammer? Okay. Wild comms. Okay. Interesting. Cool. So we're gonna finish up just in case or something, right? But we are gonna cook when we get to Mountain. Because getting all of these early on means we're gonna get Dark World access here pretty soon, so I'm betting Moon Pearl is somewhere either on Mountain or in here. But that's like really the next big piece of stuff that we're gonna need. We can't do any dungeons yet because we don't have. We need bow, book. I guess we could do Tower of Hera. So we might do that after. I don't know why I was charging my sword. This is how you do it. I learned that from a friend of mine. I called Moon Pearl. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we're going Mountain to Dark World here really quick. Because we got Mountain access first, so we should probably prioritize checking the things on Mountain just in case. Tower of Hera is likely a crystal dungeon, even though I haven't checked yet. But it might also have something that's important, so we might as well do it, especially because we can do it pretty quick because of Hammer. We get to do this trick too. Quake is interesting. Okay. So we need potentially just one medallion because it randomizes the entrances for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. So having one of them is actually nice because if we almost always have to do either one of those dungeons, and preferably bum 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 bum. There we go. Easy peasy. And we can mirror out and then go here because we need this last check to fully clear this dungeon. Oh, that's just a key. So here's an informed thing, right? We're missing a key for the back half of Escape. We have a key somewhere in the pool in that dungeon. I have one check left, so I can surmise... What am I doing? I can surmise that that check is, in fact, a key. So I don't have to check it. That's not where I wanted to spawn. It's okay. We're gonna live with this consequence. It's fine. Ugh. Get out of my face. Okay. So we're going up to... There's one check that I want to do before we go. I want to do Bonk Rock here. So we'll do this real quick. Okay. Piece of heart. We're in pretty decent shape, all things considered. half magic would be out of this world right now, but, you know, we can't always get what we want. We'll take those drops, that's really nice. Okay, or we can bonk. I don't even think that I hit the right input. That's fine. Oh, there's something that I learned recently, but I always forget. You move faster if you're carrying something, even if somebody's following you. So if you pick up a pot in by where Old Man is, he moves faster with you. We're gonna go ahead and give him a quick kiss here because we need a little bit of health. Thank you. Little kiss. Whoa. Okay, and then we're gonna check Spectacle Rock before we go to Tower of Hera here. And actually, before we enter Tower of Hera, what I'm gonna do is check what we need. So arrows on top, which means we don't need that. What are you? Are you important? Nope, piece of heart. Cool. We can ignore all of Spectacle Rock. Okay, so Tower of Hera is a crystal, so that's required. All three of them are crystals. That's really good. The 3 Light World dungeons are usually a lot faster, so it's easier for us to get through. Therefore, I want to be doing them more. We'll go ahead and do this one while we're here. I might pick up these arrows. Nope, okay. Good. I didn't want to anyways. After this, if we don't get anything, we'll probably go Skull Woods outside of town, because we don't need that. No bombs necessary. We are only missing one. That's why I like Boomerang. Boomerang's good for the crystal switches. Wait for the fire. We're gonna go ahead and avoid the bottom right now because if we do the bottom, there's a... That's not what I wanted. Oh, well. I'll take care of them. Oh, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't pick up the bombs. Holy. So many. Okay. Made sure this crystal is blue. So that's the faster way to get through that room. And then we can actually do this here, which is cool. We can do a really neat trick with the big key chest here as well. So thankfully we need it before, so there's very little opportunity unless you do Harapot to miss that. We can do this, open the chest, and then do this to get out. Easy. No drop downs required. A little bit faster way to do things. We'll go up. We're in a little bit dire straits for health, but we should be okay as long as I don't get hit, right? I also have a red potion. If I can take it for safety, Moldorm doesn't usually give me that much trouble. Especially if I'm doing hammer strats, because I try and be a little more careful with it anyways with my spacing. Ooh, hey. Come here, buddy. There we go. And then... Nope. Good. Come here. Easy. Quick Moldorm fight. What do you have for me? It's a key, it means we have to... Wow, bow is huge! Okay, I lied. We're going to Eastern Palace. That was like the single best item we could have hoped for right there. We have a couple more checks that we're going to do over in this side. Because we can go to the other side of the mountain. We can also check what... we can go to Dark World real quick, check what we need to do dungeon-wise on that side, and then we can also check what Medallion Turtle Rock requires. Angel Rock is a blue male. I might actually want that, if I'm being honest. But we don't have big strength, which we need. We're going to start back here. We're going to do with the backwards of what I was going to do anyways. Yeah, blue mail would be nice, but we can't get there right now. Those dead rocks are going to be the death of me. Gets across here a little faster if we do it that way. Get out of here. Don't touch me. The good news is we will be able to do this skip here. I'll show you this bomb trick that I really like, because we're going to get hearts in this cave. So it is very unlikely you will die. 10 whole arrows, nice. Just what I wanted. Okay, so in here, we'll do the same thing we did in the mini Moldorm cave. And then we can actually just boomerang. A single arrow, how kind of you. This is why you don't yell at the randomizer. It will give you bad items. Another bottle's nice. The B has no significance in this, but... Okay. Nice. Yeah, for some reason, jamming yourself right in that corner without falling down and then using a bomb, you take the damage, but you bomb boost across that gap. So, bomb jumps are good. Okay, and then we go down here. Oh, we can't check Turtle Rock right now, actually, because I don't have the big mitts. I need the big mitts to get in there. I forgot. Okay, Spiral Cave, what do you got for me? It's okay, we're gonna save and quit here anyways. So we are now leaving. We're gonna go to town, so let's start in Sanctuary. Nope, that's my house. We're gonna start at my house. For no particular reason. I just washed my hands. So I thought about doing... There's a dark portal over there. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't be able to go all the way to town, so I'd have to do 2 transitions, even though it would technically be... It probably would have come out in the wash a little faster if I had done it that way, because I could have checked all these overworld checks on my way to town in the Dark World, mirrored, and then come back, but... I didn't think about it until I verbalized it. And I had already committed to this. We had flew to be a different story, because we could have just flew to town. Oh, I can't do this side. Okay, we're gonna have to go around. I forgot. Silly me. You'd think I know what I'm doing. I actually don't. I'm a little nervous about doing Skullwoods. Maybe we do Thieves Town first, because we have Cane of Burna. So we can almost guaranteed kill the boss. Let's do Thieves Town first, actually. Actually, let's see what we need to do. We don't do Thieves Town first, because it's just a pendant. The other pendant is Misery Mire. And then Ice Palace is a red crystal, Swamp Palace is a red crystal. Okay. That's good. So we need as many red crystals as we can get if we want to get Pyramid Fairy. So it's good to know what we need to do. We are in very danger zone, however. You know what? This isn't ideal, because if we don't get a key here, then I have to go around. I have to save and quit and get out of here, but you know what? It's fine. The likelihood we find one is pretty high, all things considered. So it'll facilitate more checks in the long run, I think. Get rid of him. That is a map. That is not helpful. See? Key. We gambled, we won. We're all good. Then we can get this one safely. Leave me alone. Please no. Oh, 2 keys? I wasn't even worried. I shouldn't have been worried in the first place. Cool thing, though, is we actually don't need to change the floors here. Another heart is always good. And then we can't get that right now, so we'll just leave. We're going to go to the next part of Skullwoods. Ouch. Okay, I wanted to dash through that. Okay. Or we could do that. This is the danger of not having enough hearts. I should go Eastern Palace. We're gonna go do that. I can do that really quick. Maybe we'll find more health or the other male. This is a little bit later in the spheres, technically, because we got Bow after Tower of Hera, and we needed at least Mirror to get to Tower of Hera. So, we need just a little bit of reroute for this. Because anything we get in Eastern that could apply to other things will come later. But we can check back Hasrala, which is one of our last Sphere 0 checks. Oh, I didn't check which one was Green Pendant. Oops. I'll have to remember to look later. See? It's already coming up Pika. Oh no, technically King Zora is a Sphere 0 check, so we still have Hib to go look at as well. But we could technically go get those checks, but the fact that we don't have flippers yet means it's probably not necessary. The only thing that we need right now to do Swamp Palace is flippers. So I'm kind of hoping for that, actually. So that would be nice. So we can't even progress in that dungeon unless we have those. Dungeon number 2 for the day. We could just dash through here. I love having boots. Boots is so nice. Get through that just fine. Come over here. First check of the dungeon. What do we get? It's useless. Thank you. Oh, easy. Easy pattern. Let's go. Here's a fun little skip. So because the chest is grabbable by hookshot and will pull us. Ouch. We can just do this. And we don't have to go all the way around. Shovel is 1 check, so that's pretty nice. Ba -ba, bwah, bwah, ba -ba. Good nostalgic music. Let's go. Bum, bum. Go in here. So there's a cool little glitch that we can do. I meant to equip you. But... So instead of 4 spawning, only 2 spawned. And they technically spawn in slowly, so if you get the timing right, you can kill them before they technically spawn. So I was able to throw that pot at the other one. Okay, map is not good. We will go here because we know that this is going to be a check. So the way that this works is every key and every map and compass are always in the same dungeon in these settings. So we know that we have only those checks. So I know if map is the last thing that I need and I have 1 check left, I can leave that check. Same with keys. If keys are the last check, then I don't need that. We talked about that a little bit earlier in Hyrule Castle. It's also worthy to note that we didn't do the bottom of Tower of Hera, because it's probably just a key since we didn't get the key. But we know that this is a check because we already have map and compass. There's no keys in this dungeon that we get from chests. So in these settings, we can extrapolate from that information. That's going to be a check. There are other settings that matters more in, actually, because if you have Key Sanity on, for instance, everything is scrambled in other areas. You can also randomize drops, so there's a chance that that guy wouldn't have dropped the key in those kinds of settings. But ouch, I missed the corner here. That's embarrassing. It's fine. Easy. We're gonna do this. And then this to get rid of all these guys. And then a cool little... Oh, I went too early. Garbage. I was probably like a couple frames off. That's so sad. Okay. Whatever. Hopefully we'll get the quick kill for Armos. The lineup's really simple. I just miss the timing sometimes. So we come up here. We come just a little bit off. 5, and then down. Oh, barely off. I wasn't adjusting my spacing as we were going down, because you want to hang out towards that right side, so you clip that last one before it spawns into the final phase. It keeps its health. But not today. That's fine. I'll take a victory sip of chocolate milk here. Yummy. Okay. We're gonna do Dark World stuff now. Because we have a couple Light World checks, but the bulk of our stuff is in Dark World. So, to town, we're gonna follow the same route. We're gonna go back to Skullwoods, even though I died there. I know, bad form, but whatever. It's okay, we beat another dungeon. That's all that matters. I am going to remember to check as soon as we get into Dark World what pendant is, because I did not mark Sahasrarla's pendant, the green one, because you get a check from him. That's what gives you hit the boots. So we have to at least talk to him if we get that check. Please. Okay. Oh, it's Turtle Rock. Okay, great. So this is one of the rare instances that we don't have to do Turtle Rock or Misery Mire, potentially. If there's a check in there that's necessary to beat the game, we'll have to do it, but we're fine. We're fingers crossed that we don't have to do that. Early Fire Rod scares me, but that might also just mean that something's in Ice Palace. So, we may be safe. Who knows? I want Fire Rod. Hit you two in one slash. There you are. I was wondering where that drop was. Okay. Get the chest. Whoa. Big key. Okay, so now we can get the chest, but it's not necessary otherwise. I'll get this out of here. We could have mirrored. It probably technically would have saved us a couple seconds. I don't need that key, because we have enough keys right now. Get them to bounce here, so I don't get hit. I will warn you now, I am pretty bad at Mothula fight. I may die here. Some of you may die. That is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. Okay, we're gonna go up the stairs and dash. It's just a little easier. What do you have? A heart! Beautiful. Ouch. That's fine. It does mean that we have to beat a couple of the enemies coming up, but that's okay. That's what they deserve. Full magic is huge. Okay, we're gonna save that real quick. Because Fire Rod uses a lot. But we can deal a good amount of extra damage. Ouch. Okay, we're good. Good news is I have that red potion, which we're going to take now. So at least we have full health for this fight. We're mostly full health, I guess. Okay. So only charged sword deals damage to him with this base sword. Which kind of sucks a little bit for us. Nope. Ouch. But if we're careful... The floor worked in my favor there. That was terrifying. Okay. I was hoping we'd ricochet off the spike a little bit, but I think the floor then betrayed us. It is good to know that the mummy drops are magic, though. So we're going to try one more time. Watch out for that guy. Get rid of that. Nothing. We are not doing well on the health department right here, though. Unfortunately. Give me the big magic drop, please. Nada. Okay. In that case, we're just gonna move on to Thieves Town real quick until we can confidently beat this dungeon. I don't like abandoning that again, but I'd rather be safe than die again. We can pick up the big key chest on the way, though, which is kind of nice. So we can do this. I'd usually try and do the bomb jump, but we're so low on health as a resource that I don't really wanna. Perfect. Fun, weird camera. Okay. Not what I wanted. That means that Mothula has Compass as his item too, which is tragic. But we will have to go back and beat that because that's standing in our way between victory, between Ganon and our princess. Oh. Oh. I want that fairy. Yes. Cool. We do have a lot of overworld checks, which is good news. I'm hoping for a piece of mail at some point, because we know where one is, but being able to get the other one... But we really need Titan's Mitt to do anything. Master Sword is huge. That'll make it easier to fight Mothula, actually. Being able to do good damage on him really makes or break it for me. Makes or breaks it. 50-50 chance of that drop, that's nice. Jump down. More arrows. And then let's go to the C-shaped house. Then we'll do a couple things. I don't want to do the jump down without doing Thieves Town, so we're going to do Thieves Town first. Because we don't have a way to get back up without Titan's Mitt right now. Ugh, let me in. Okay, perfect. Get this. Big key first. Check. It's always one of these four at least, so it's funny. We're gonna do this until we don't have a check. So like if, for instance, the boss has compass, I probably won't continue. Thieves Town. We got turned into Bidoof. Look at him. Little guy. So we're hoping that map or key, that was compass, is going to be on the boss so that we don't have to do the full dungeon. That does not bode well for me. I say these things and then the game goes, but what if we did the funny thing and didn't give you that? Horrendous. So we have a lot of items that we need, so it's not worth not checking something. Okay, Gauntlet is a little interesting, just because there's a lot of RNG-based behavior that can make it difficult to navigate. Like this. God damn it. Nope. Okay, we're good. Ouch. We're fine. We only got hit once. I'll take that as a win. Yeah, we're gonna blow up the hole in the floor now. Run. Okay. Arrows. Okay, now we're safe to go down to the basement. Because it's very likely that Blind has an item, unfortunately. Ouch. Ouch. Why was that part harder than the actual gauntlet itself? Awful. And we could save the princess. Okay, we're almost back to full at least, so. Fairy in a bottle is nice. That could be, honestly, the ticket that we need to beat. Well, we really need magic. Oh, we don't have the key. Okay, cool. So that means that the boss has the key. Since that's all the checks that I could do, so we actually don't need to beat this dungeon. So we're good there. So that's actually nice. We're not going to beat it right now. We're going to come back to Skullwoods later. We get to play the shovel game and run to a wall. I'd like to actually play the shovel game, not run to a wall, but you know. Hello. How many digs? Okay, I'll take the magic drops. Those are nice. There we go. Shield! And then if you run out of here before the timer goes off, you skip that dialogue box. Very nice. Okay, there's a couple checks that we can do here, which I need mirror for. Go in here. I need to remember to go on the bottom side of the portal. Your spacing does matter there. Man. I like... When I was first doing these, I feel like this cave had an unbiased saturation of good items. And lately it's been like, nah, it's just a piece of heart or it's a red rupee. You don't have to get it. Like, what do you mean? Ow. There we go. Jesus. Why is that so difficult? Art. Piece of hat. Piece of hat from the Stuntman. And a shovel. Dug up money underground. Nice. Okay. Now we're back over here. We get Hype Cave, which would be kind of nice. I run to the tree. That's very important. I'm really hoping for flippers soon. We'll probably do Palace of Darkness here pretty soon. Since we're over here in this area. There we go. So the reason this is Hype Cave is you get a check from him, and you get 4 more checks. Bombs, heart piece, heart container. Those are both heart containers. Sorry, I misspoke. I mean, more health is nice. I do feel better about going and fighting the Moth now, because we have Master Sword, which is huge. Let's go to Pyramid Ledge. Ouch. Because there's something jumping off the pyramid here. I'm really hoping... There is no reason now that we need to beat Aghanim, so that's good. Even though it's technically doable now, there's not a reason to. It'll just make the overworld harder. Ow. Red Rupee, we can ignore that. Okay, let's go do Palace of Darkness. I think that's the next best thing. We'll go. Actually, we're gonna do a couple overworld checks. Catfish was exactly what I needed the last when I streamed an Archipelago recently, so I'm now like I have to check cats. I need to check Catfish all the time because it's almost always the item that I've been looking for, which was exactly correct on the Archipelago, and I was like, ow. Because what sucked even more about that is I was going to go to Catfish, died, bailed, went to the game that was part of the item that I had, and I was like, okay. What do you have for me, Catfish? Bigger shield. Not ideal by any means, but whatever. So the way that this trajectory is pointing me, either there's an overworld check that has flippers, or Palace of Darkness has flippers. I'm banking on Palace of Darkness having flippers, because that'll be easier to manage, I think, overall. But we're going to go ahead and do Palace of Darkness now, since we're sort of in the area. If we had Flute, it wouldn't bother me to go check. I have, like, 3 more overworld checks that would be nice to get right now. Because I've had them for a little bit. It's Graveyard Ledge and the grave, the actual grave. I forget what that check is called. We also haven't checked King Zora, so maybe King Zora has flippers and it's just vanilla. Which I just thought about while I was over at Catfish. I should have grabbed it while I was there, but that's okay. So if you get damaged with the monkey runs away. You have to pay him another 10 rupees. Let's not do that. We pay him 100 to open the gate. Thank you, Grifter Monkey. Okay. I love that the layout at the beginning of this is really close to Eastern Palace, because we have done that. It's not the opening similar, it's like, oh, these are related dungeons, that's super cool. You know? In my brain, I had Hookshot equipped. So we're gonna do it so I don't do it again. That's so funny. It's supposed to be faster. I know! Okay. Apparently I can't item to save my life right now. Oh well. Okay. So back half of this is interesting. Leave me alone. Because at least we have bow and arrow, so nothing's going to be blocked behind anything else. Ouch. I guess I didn't need that. It's fine. Okay. Please stand where I place you, thank you. Ouch. The spikes, they hurt. Okay, what do you have? Key. We like key. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, now we can mirror out. We're going the long way. Jesus. It's silly mistakes like that that you don't think add up, and then you're like, why did I take an extra 15 minutes in Battles of Darkness? I also would have preferred to do it this way, but we would have needed a key. So that's okay. We can do the middle, which is interesting. I probably should have done it that way first, but I didn't realize how many keys I had. Pull on the banister. I haven't practiced it in a while, but I'm going to try a trick later on. Like 5 minutes, and we'll see how well it goes. It may not go that well. Boss key. See, this is why I check this. Very good. Ouch. Very good thing that that was there. Okay, and then now we're going back up again. It could have been a little bit smoother if I had thought about it, but whatever. Going up here. Hit this. Beautiful. See, yeah, now there's no risk in us going up this way. So we're going to scum this key, hopefully, by doing a trick called Hammer Yump. I am notoriously bad at. Yes! Oh my god. That's like the first time I've gotten that first try in a really long time. I want the fairy. It's unfortunate. But there's 2 checks behind here. And if we do this way, instead of paying the key up at the very top to walk all the way around to get that big key, we come around, navigate in the darkness, and are able to get these 2 checks. I am going to mirror out here to keep that key. But fun little trick. Especially when you're doing key sanity, that is a very useful trick. But now we're going to progress through this room the normal way. The intended way. The Nintended way. The Nintendo intended way. So normally we would have gone through that door to get the checks that I got. But if either of these are keys, this gives us the luxury of checking that check while we're here. If not, perfect. There's one more key somewhere. Oh, hey, the other key. So, like, obviously it's a little bit more, like, you don't have to use that, per se. But it's a fun trick. I like doing it. Blue Roop. But now we can go to the boss with all of the necessary keys in tow. There's nothing we could do about that. Oh, we're at the threshold. That's funny. And then I like having Ganon Samari here because you could just put it down there. I'm gonna grab these just for safety. I've been a silly goose and I've not been as careful as I should be. Oh. There we go. Kinda hoping we find silvers. It would be nice. There we go. After waiting forever, we need to switch to hammer. Get that. Boomerang again. Key. Hammer again. Oh, we're at 2 hits for those. That's annoying. I should be able... They're all money drops. Okay, and then I know I'm low on health. I'm fingers crossed that Helmasaur will not be an issue. Because usually I'm pretty good at this boss. But with these just being rupee drops, that's... does not bode well. But you swing your hammer a little faster with your sword out. That's the one I didn't want. Ouch. Being careful. Nice. Bow and arrow. For the win, baby! Cool. What do you have on you is my question. Compass. Great. Okay. So Palace of Darkness is done. We need to get we need a way to get into Desert Palace as well. So we're gonna go to the other side of the checks that I needed, and then we'll probably fight Mothula if we don't get anything good from that. Because I'm kind of expecting that something good is going to be behind there at this point. Just based on the way that the trajectory is going. Either that, or... well, I guess... no, because we did clear Thieves Town. Because we don't have the key, and the key would be on the boss. Oh, that means we do need to do it. That means there might be something on Hammer Chest in Thieves Town. I misspoke earlier. This is why we say things out loud and discuss them so that I don't make silly mistakes. Even though I will make them anyways. Fun fact, there's an arrow here telling you what to do. Ouch. That damage was calculated. Totally. Okay, we need to... I would love a better sword right now. I think that's my big wish list thing at the moment. I don't know how to do the dash push. There's Titan's Mitt. Okay. That gives us a little bit more flexibility on where things are. Not much, though. We don't really have Turtle Rock access until we get Cane of Samaria also, unfortunately. So there's not a possibility that it's stuck there. Loot probably won't be required then in this. My baby. I'm so glad that we have it. We can technically clear Ice Palace now, which is great. And I know how to do that. But we're going to try and wait until it's a little bit more on logic. Flippers would put it into logic. Bomb drop. I do want to check Cape Ledge over here. We need Cape to be able to get this check, but... unfortunately, we don't have that right now, so if it's necessary, I need to prioritize it. 'Tis not. So that's good to know. Okay. Let's do Skullwoods. We'll finish Skullwoods. I think there's a way to get over there from here. Yes. Yes, there is. That came from... I think I learned that from Babe, actually. Shout out to Babe with on Twitch. Lovely Link to the Past speedrunner. Lovely Link to the Past randomizer runner. Really fun to vibe with. Lovely person altogether. But it's funny because I watch a couple randomizer runners and I learn new things from everybody all the time. Okay, we want this, but we want to keep... Actually, you guys have magic drops. I don't know why I'm being stingy here. That's why. Okay, we're gonna save. We're gonna be smarter about this. Because I can do this to conserve some magic. Ouch. Oh. And we're a little boy. There we go. Oh, we did it during the transition. That's so funny. Okay, we're out of magic. We did a good amount of damage, though. I need to play safe. Okay. I rebounded off of him into the spikes. I forgot we had fairy. That's better. That's good. Oh, and it was only one hit away. If I had known that, I would have been so much angrier. That's so funny. Okay, that's at least another crystal dungeon down. Okay, I have a bad feeling about leaving blind, so we're gonna go fight that boss now. Watch this be my magnum opus of why the fuck I should have done it the first time. It's fine. Watch this be the reason that I don't have flippers, is I just didn't have it for not beating the boss. It's fine. You know what? I'm going this way. I, for the longest time, did not know that shortcut existed. Oh, okay. But it does make it easier to get back into town, because you don't have to do the long way around. Love trombone horn little things. We're gonna do the quick way into this. That's why we don't stand in front of them, by the way. Okay. Go up here. We already have the keys and stuff. We just need to go to the basement. So a little bit faster trek through here, hopefully. Ouch. Faster TM. Because now we can just do this. And I don't remember... Yeah, okay. I made the right call. Can you get out of my face? You too. And then we have to go back into the dungeon to get that final check, unfortunately. But I have a bad feeling about leaving this for so long. We're good on magic. I don't know why I did that way. It's funny. And then... now we go to the boss. This should be pretty simple. I usually don't take that much damage for blind, but we'll see. Equestrian services are a stable job. So there's a script that you can follow because he acts the same time every time. I'm bad at it, though. All in all, that was a pretty good blind... That's a pretty good blind fight for me. Okay, so that does mean that the key is behind that door. So we don't have to go back in, at least, but I'm sad that it wasn't really worth it. But we have a couple more checks to check in town anyways, so we'll be fine. We do have some Dark World checks to do. We can get the mail also. The blue mail. So let's get you. I don't know if I want to do purple chest right now. I don't think I do. We should probably do it. I don't want to abandon a check, you know? 50? I'm getting so much money right now. Okay, we're gonna do this check. Well, I can grab you, and then I can do this check. Because he'll just wait right there for me. He's hot. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's do this. And then... come here. Come here. Come with me if you want to live. I accidentally tapped the A button. Okay, so... if this isn't anything like Flippers, Flippers will take me straight to Swamp Palace. And we'll do Ice Palace shortly after. But we still need a way to get into Desert Palace right now, which is interesting. Which I'm kind of shocked that we don't already have one. We need either Flute or the Book of Medora. So I'm wondering where we're going to find one of those. That's kind of like the last thing that we're really looking for right now. Everything else is just kind of like helpful upgrades. Because like a better sword will just make the Ganon fight more bearable. Piece of heart. Okay. Yeah. Really, it's just Dark Side of Mountain. That's all that's left. We have Titansmith, so we can go this way and do... ouch. I'm not well equipped to do Spike Cave. I mean, we can heal an old man beforehand. I'm not too worried. But if that's the check, then holy... Because we have Cane of Burna, too. So we'll definitely be able to check it. It's just getting back out sometimes. Nope, not that way. I do that every time, because the parallel to this, the entrance is down there. But we can do Hookshot Cave, which will be nice. It's almost guaranteed that something good will be in there. Again, that same trick in the dam. I don't know why spamming mirror when that happens despawns the block, but... I wonder if it has something to do with, like, the way that it triggers that transition or something. I don't know. Games run in strange ways sometimes. That's half the fun. Okay, and now we get Hookshot Cave. There's Flippers. There she is. We've been looking for you everywhere. Oh. Okay, so we're still looking for an area to get into... a way to get into Desert Palace. Be it Flute or the book. But we do have a lot of in-logic checks now, which is really good for that. But I do want this. But then we can leave immediately afterwards. We'll come back for Spike Cave at some point. Yay, now we're a little less fleshy, for lack of a better word. Let's go to my house, and then we're going to check what's on Lake Hylia Island. And then... we could do Ice Palace right now if I really wanted to. That's a piece of heart. But let's do Hobo, and then we're going to do the Lake Hylia checks real quick. The Zora's River checks, I should say. And then we'll dip into Ice Palace and do Swamp Palace real quick and hope that Desert Palace entrance is somewhere in there. So we're zooming, though. We're going pretty quick. I will take it. There is a trick that I could have done to get here early called Fake Flipper, but, you know, that's not... It is hard when you get a good item that's out of logic, because sometimes you don't have the right equipment to go somewhere else, and it can kind of screw up where the game wants you to go, that logic that it follows when it places the randomized items. So I try sometimes to follow the logic as well as I can, unless it's like, I literally have no leads, let's do this. But I do need to mark that that is not something I want to do. Yeah, so it's just these overworld checks, Spike Cave, and then... Jesus. Well, oh, actually, I do want to see what the fairy has. So this fairy gives you a potion, or an item in the bottle. Green potion's pretty good. Only keep the one. But with flippers, we can kind of do something funny here. Actually. What's on ledge? Big shield. I'm not going to grab it. We don't really need it. So I don't think we're going to have to go into Turtle Rock at all. We do have kind of that logic, actually. That's annoying. Oh well. It is depending on what that medallion is. I will go ahead and grab this shield then. Because this is the only thing that can block the laser, so it makes that laser bridge at Turtle Rock so much easier to navigate. We're gonna do Ice Palace and Swamp Palace and pray that there is something for us there. Because if either Flute or Book of Medora is in either of these places, then we don't have to dip Turtle Rock. don't have to dip Turtle Rock. I can talk, I promise. But if it doesn't, then we'll have to go see. What I'm thinking is Quake is that medallion, since we got Quake so early, Fire Rod early. I wonder if there's something in Turtle Rock. There's a lot of checks in there. Couldn't tell you the number off the top of my head, but I know it's a lot. But I love this dungeon when I have pain because it's so much easier. And I'll show you why in just a sec. It's the same with Swamp Palace. There's a similar trick that we can do. It involves with the way that, like, the game reads layers and why you're going up and down layers. But I'll show it off in just a sec. Whoa. Okay. The boss key isn't technically necessary for this one, but it's really funny that that was the first check. Open the door, go back. There's no guarantee that we're going to have the key when we get down there, so we might as well flip the switch. Okay, so this is the reason why this dungeon is one of my favorites. This trick that people found out is called Icebreaker. So we want to get down right where we get stuck like that. Hold on. Come on. Like this. We're not going to do that. Hold on. Ouch. We're going to place a block, and then we're going to pause buffer pushing left. I pushed it 1 frame. You can see the pixel that it pushed. Hold down, and then we just go through the wall. I love that trick. It's one of my favorite tricks. It's one of the first ones that I learned how to do really well. When I was doing these very often, I could do it unbuffered, which means without that pause. Which is kind of a scary thing to watch somebody do live. Like, it's... Ah, bacon. Why is there bacon in my sword? I made it myself. This... Okay, so we're looking more like we're gonna have to dip a medallion, which is fine. I need to remember how to do... I don't remember how to do the chest. Because there's an extra chest that you can get. It's not this way. I don't remember. That's the one problem with Icebreaker for me, is I forget all the time. I mean, as long as we don't get map, I can extrapolate that that check is map. Please. I hate ice physics. It's fine. We got there anyways. Jesus. Ah, god damn it. I just had to say something. Of course it was the next check. Ugh. Okay. So I'm gonna have to remember how to get to that map at some point. That chest that's down there. It might just involve me looking at a map to Ice Palace and trying to figure out where that check is. But with the green potion, we have enough magic to fight the boss at least, so. We stand a good chance of beating him. Because I forget what his name is. It's like Cold Stare or something. Get this. Get this. That was really good. Holy shit. I will take that. Okay. So the chest that I am missing is... Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to look at... It's where F is. So that means that I need to go... Come on. Damn, not if I can't get through the first room. We're gonna do everything like normal until we get to where... Okay, so I think I was going to do it right. Because I think about doing the drop down that's north of where that giant spike was. But the good news is we don't have to worry about, like... any of the extra crystal shenanigans. But I wonder if doing it normally would technically be faster to get there, but... Oh, see, I pushed it too far. So, 1 pixel. Hold down. Through. Because it also skips, like, half of Ice Palace. It's so nice. In, on average, half. Okay, but if I go across and then up, ouch, then we should be in the right spot. Right? Because then we just go down. Okay, stop it. This guy just wants me so bad. Oh, please. Okay. Because now we go down this staircase, and we should be at that check. Ugh, the amount of times that I've forgotten to get this check is innumerable, unfortunately. That's where counting keys can come in handy, though, because if I had known about where all the keys were, we would have had it. Okay. We're gonna go to Swamp Palace now. I can go up here to go around. Probably a little bit extra time from mirroring and saving, or saving and quitting, rather. But it is looking more and more like we should have to go to Turtle Rock, because we don't have access to Misery Mire, even if we had the proper medallion, because we don't have Ocarina or Flute, and once we get that, it doesn't matter, because we can just go to Desert Palace that way. So I'm low-key hoping for Book or Flute in Swamp Palace. Oh, so I forgot to do the thing. So you can't progress anywhere until you lower the water level. We do that with Mirror. I just forget sometimes. Nope, I did the wrong one. Wrong pattern. Brain autopiloted, sorry. Okay. Or don't. Okay. Teleport. And then... The nice thing is after this, we'll have access to Pyramid Fairy at the very least, so maybe that will also do something. We'll have another check to avoid going to Turtle Rock. We are not hurting for money, though, I tell you. I just said I'm not hurting for money. Wow, these jokes just write themselves sometimes. Ouch. Okay, we don't have the key, unfortunately. There's a couple fun tricks that you can do in Swamp Palace that we'll do. We'll do Diver Down a couple times. Just because it ends up being a little easier to navigate through the entire dungeon. I also can't believe that we don't have Bombos. Because Bombos is like the most useful medallion, otherwise the other two are like, eh, you know, they're okay. They're not great. Now we gotta go all the way around. But at least we can speed it up a little bit with Hookshot. A smidge. There we go. And now this check. I was just complaining about you. How dare you? God damn it. I love this game. I love this game. I love this game. I love this game. So because we have this key, we could do something kind of fun. So this is technically a little bit sequence breaky, because you're supposed to get the key for this room under that chest, right? But we have a trick that we can do called Diver Down. We go back out here. We equip Cane of Samaria, which this is why it's my favorite cane and why Cane of Burna is like, like it's fine. I love this trick. Wait for that to get out of the way. So we want to push up against this rail. Line it up with the railing on the stairs. Hold up left while charging our sword, and we drop down. I don't know why it works, but now we can have this key, which we're going to need later. It's so funny. And now we can swim our merry way over here. And progress through the rest of this side of the dungeon, at least. And I think if I did it right, we don't get this weird glitch where you come up the stairs on a different layer, because it glitches you into the stairs and then you go back down the stairs. Nope, I did it. So this... So we have to go back up the stairs again, because now we're on the right... Like, it switches and then puts us on the right layer. It's just so funny that it does that to me. There's a way to avoid it, and I don't remember what it is. This is also why we flipped the crystal over there. Map. And then we're good to go all the way back to that main area. Real quick. This is just a little hop, skip, and a jump. See, hop. Skip. Whoa, fire snake. Very important part of that sequence, by the way. We can actually get the boss chest here, so that's nice. No, I don't have the big key. Whenever I'm at this point, I'm like, I have the big key. I definitely have the big key. I still don't have it. So funny. But usually you push a statue over that way and then you do a whole roundabout way of doing things. No. Because I know how to jump between layers. So we're going to do the same thing. Who needs the right layers anyway? I don't like that was Ice Rod. We have the ability to beat Turtle Rock right now, and that, I think, will shatter my soul, because I think we need to go there to find... Which one is it? Is it this one? Yes. Ugh, so if the boss doesn't have anything useful, because we're praying for 2 items and we have a billion other checks to do. We want to do Potion Seller, and then we want to do... Ow, get out of my way. But luckily this boss is a pushover, so... Especially with anything higher than Master Sword. Ow. Get all of his shrimp puffs. So he has to wait for that animation to finish, and then he runs off. And then 2 hits. Push over. Okay. We're gonna do... Yeah, we're gonna do Potion Shop first. I never clicked off Ice Palace, it's funny. We're gonna do Pyramid Fairy, Potion Shop, and then Spiral Cave, and then I guess we'll do Turtle Rock. I don't need to mirror, actually. Okay. I love random grass spawns. But then we should have access to beat Desert Palace. I'm really hoping that we do. Because then if we do, we'll be fine. Give me the bomb. Thank you. It's mine now. We're going to go the long way, because we can't jump down off of a thing with this. We also can't dash with it. There is a sequence that you can do that'll allow you to do that. I don't know what it is. I'm low-key hoping that this is the track that they wanted me to do to get Book or Flute, but I'm not confident. Big bomb, big bomb, big bomb. There we go. We also can get a thing from the Fat Fairy. She's very sweet. She's very helpful a lot of the time. Today is not one of those days, unfortunately. I don't want to do Turtle Rock as well. I was hoping for just 7 dungeons, even though I did Thieves Town. Because I think... Here's what I think the game is going to do, right? Because we know that Turtle Rock is Sahasrarla's pendant, the green pendant. If whatever I need to get into... If whatever I need to get into Desert Palace is behind what Sahasrarla has, I'm throwing up. Okay, so it's not that. Okay, let's save and quit, and then we're gonna go Mountainside Spiral Cave. And then hope. Give me a kiss. And then go to Turtle Rock. Begrudgingly. That's the only other thing to do. But I'd rather gamble on a check that we haven't been able to guaranteed get to. It's also going to make me feel worse, though, depending on what medallion Turtle Rock is, because if it's one of the more recent ones, we could have done this so long ago. And that may have been the, like, sub 2-hour goal for this seed. But it's like puzzle solving. This is why I love these. This is very much just puzzle solving up the wazoo. Load up on hearts here so we can make the return trip. Piece of heart. So glad I did that. Okay, but now we are going to Turtle Rock at least, so... Ugh. 10 whole hearts of damage, just for that. Okay, but we can kind of do, like, a little bit of a faster way, because it would want us to go this way, anyways. Oh, the bright white flash is so jarring. I just need book. That's all I need. That's why I work at Barnes & Noble. I just need book. Ouch. Get out of me. Okay, but we can slurp up this fairy at least. Come here. Please. Girl, you suck. We cannot slurp up that fairy because she was not cooperative. Oh. Okay. Okay. It was ether. Okay, so it wasn't our very... I'm out of magic. I am a buffoon. We're going to Sanctuary real quick. So silly. Can't believe I'm out of magic by the time I got there. I should have saved some. I should have known. So we're gonna buy a potion, and then we're gonna go up to Turtle Rock. Holy. Because Aghanim is the only other check that I have. So there's almost guaranteed that it's in Turtle Rock. But the good news is we can bail as soon as we find it. Do one of my favorite Star Wars character impressions and bail Organa the fuck out of there. And we'll grab this. I know that you just gave me health, but... Sorry. Enjoy those bees. Okay, have fun in here, guys. We had a good bee and regular bee. Okay, so now we can go back to Turtle Rock. Go back to Turtle Rock and actually start it. Lord. But we do have to go the long way. I mean, I guess we can mirror. Never mind. I like going this way better. I don't know why. Can you get off my ass? I hate these guys. Ouch. Oh, I guess I don't even have to mirror. This will technically be faster than what I was thinking. Anyways. It's gonna look real familiar here because we're gonna do this climb again. In like 15 minutes, hopefully. Not if they fucking get in my way. Let me out. There we go. Ugh. I wish that you could pick them up and move them. That's like my only wish for these things. Okay. Or just miss the portal entirely. Thank you, Link. But now we can do this. Open the mouth. That's not where I wanted to land, but that's okay. Okay. Give me the cane. Free magic refills, always nice. We're in the home stretch, at least. I can see the end of the tunnel. It's just really hoping that the end of the tunnel is really close. There's a fun thing that you can do here, if you have the health for it. Or I can fucking whiff it, Jesus. Because then you spawn here and you don't have to wait the whole way around. That was so close. Doesn't matter. Okay, double key at least. Okay, and we have one more check in this half. Half. It's like a quarter. There's Bosky. Okay, so the worst... I don't know. There has to be a direction pointing somewhere, and if that direction is flute or book, either one of those will get us to Desert Palace at least. Can you die? So, I'm confident that one of the two of those is going to be in here. Ouch. Okay. That was just me being silly. I didn't do that room correctly no matter what I wanted to do. Okay, take 4. I want boomerang. No. Platform directions are going to be the death of me, I swear. Okay, this time we're going to do this room correctly. Which this has to be a key. Because of the way that the dungeon item tracking works. Did I not kill you and get the key? I didn't. Okay. Jesus. In my brain, I'd already picked it up, so... Unfortunate. But we are going to avoid doing the... middle chest real quick. And prioritize other checks down the lane, because if my instinct is correct, which it hasn't been this whole time, it's probably a laser bridge check. So we're gonna scum this key off of this guy right quick. I don't know if it matters what crystal you do that as, but... we're going to prioritize getting to Laser Bridge before anything else, because it's got to be somewhere. We're gonna go kind of a weird way. I want that fairy. Perfect. Because there is a... There's a chest out here that we can get, at least. On the way to everything. Right here. I don't remember what this is in the vanilla game. It might just be a piece of heart. What do you have? Arrows. Okay. Well, I'm still glad we checked it. However... Gosh, one of the two of these has to be somewhere, right? There we go. Okay, that's... I'm leaving immediately. Let me out. Going home. Book is huge. Okay, so we're gonna clear Desert Palace real quick, and then we will be home free to go to Ganon's Tower and beat up that pig. That swine. Not having fast travel this entire seed has been so grating, but I'm so glad that we had boots at least, because we would still be wandering around if it weren't for boots. Okay, pray to wish to God or whatever. Whatever we do right there. Into the mouth. So the only thing that we need to find is a key, potentially, and... Actually, I think we just need to find the boss key. And then we're good. I'll check this one first. It's a key. That means we're gonna go over here first, because it's either these two, or it's the one by the boss. The one on the torch. So I guess it would have made more sense to check the torch first, but whatever. But sometimes we gamble, and sometimes we get it right. But now we get to at least fight the boss, so we are in... I can taste the end. The credits, they taste like blue raspberry. Okay, open. Thank you. There's a weird door glitch where if you are far enough down from the dash, you can run up the stairs after having opened the door instead of bonking against it. And I can get it like twice in every game, and every other time I bonk. But like, it doesn't matter here, because you're so close to the door anyways. You don't want to waste the time. Easy. And Lenmola shouldn't give us too much trouble, all things considered. I should have hit this earlier. But we are in go mode. We were technically go mode when I picked up the book. Good hits. Oh, beautiful finish. That was gorgeous. Okay. Now for the third time, we can go back up mountain again. So immediate save and quit. And then we're going to mountain. Because that's the only way we have to get up there quickly. So many save and quits this round. I probably could have gotten the health refill, but we have a couple blue potions, so I'm not too worried. And we have red mail also. So any incidental damage is fine. Okay, we're going to use the portal that is on Turtle Rock to get where we need to go. And then I want to eventually, after this, I have this spoiler log to open as well. Oh, can you get out of my way? Sir, please. There we go. Lord. Okay. Because I want to see where, like, silver arrows, if we don't get it, where flute was that whole time. It's not flashing because I have reduced flashing on the randomizer because it does give me a headache sometimes. And thank goodness for that, because that whole lightning sequence, I understand why it's there. Hurts my noggin. Okay, so before we do climb, we want 2 small keys and the big key. So we're going to prioritize some of the checks over here first, and hope we get lucky. We don't have capes, so we can't do the cheap way of doing this. In that case, I'm actually going to bail. We'll do that room if we absolutely have to, but I'd rather not have to wait. Let's see. We'll go ahead and grab this. Since it's easy check. We're only 4 hearts away from full hearts. Best way to do this. Easy. Okay, I'm hoping Bosky's in here, because if it is, we can just mirror out. There's Flute. Jesus. Why are you in here? We do get a hint for where silvers are with Ganon, so I guess we won't have to look at that. I don't know why it was easier for me to save and quit there instead of going. It probably would have been easier to fire rod them or something. Get what's in here. $100. Nice, I guess. Perfect. Get an extra key down here. We're doing really well on keys. We just need the big key for sure. And then we'll be good to fight Ganon. I love being able to jump over that thing. It's so funny to me. Okay, not there. Please be here. This is the only thing that I'm asking of you. Be behind this check. There's 4 checks in here, so it's semi-likely that it could be here. But there's also a couple batches of, like, yes, of 3 other checks. There's powder. Okay, I guess we don't need to look at the spoiler log. Those answer all of the questions that I had. Silvers is really the only thing, but we'll get the hint from Ganon. I'm betting it's somewhere in Misery Mire. That would make sense. Either in here or Misery Mire. I don't know why I thought slashing that skull would kill it. Okay, and then get these to go over here. That doesn't matter, because I have the big shield. And then get these guys to do the same thing. Perfect. The reason why I'm not really concerned about silvers is there is a large chance that we will be able to I mean, there's a trick to beat Ganon. Without silvers. I don't remember if that's the equipment that I want now. No. Wanted this. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Very nice. These guys are also pretty easy. All things considered. Ouch. Oh, I spammed that button so hard for my life. Because I knew I was going to get sniped by that Beamos. There we go. I can't believe that worked, actually, because I've never gotten that quick kill. Fight these boys. I panicked. There we go. 2 actually pretty beautiful kills. They could have been faster for the Land Wallace, but still. Here is where I want Kane. For these guys. Let's see if we can get the... There's a nice kill that I can get here. If I do this right. Yes. And then we just have to get this. There's sometimes that I can get all 4, but I rarely get it. I know that it's possible, though, because the best runners can. It's a little tricky to pull off, but I love it. Fall, come back here, like that. Equip Fire Rod. Cool. And then we want to wait for that to despawn. Otherwise, there's a chance the monsters up here won't light, like they won't proc. Which is fine, except for the one place where you need them. Ritual check, more than anything. Fun. I always check these last 4 checks as much as I can, unless I'm racing. just because it's funny. It's funny to see what was in here. Well, it does take a little bit extra time. Come here. Don't touch me. Come here. There we go. Clean. Didn't get knocked off this time. Which we love. I did that a little too early. Sometimes it's hard with the lag there. Okay. Then let's go. Ow. Ow. Gosh, I hate ice physics and I hate these guys. It's okay, we're out of it now. And you get to clown on Aghanim real quick. Hey, buddy. I didn't quite get that line up. I should have just slashed. That was 2. That was good. 3, 4. There we go. Beautiful. Really good Aghanim cycles there. No blue balls also, which is huge. It's a little bit more punishing with just the one phase, though. So I won't complain about that. The flute that we totally have, we just used. Oh, we do have it now. I forgot that we picked it up in Ganon's tower. Very cool. Okay, time to fight. When I conquer the light world, I'll hold a parade of all my monsters to demonstrate my might to the people. Okay, buddy. Ouch. That should be enough for his first phase at least, though. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Run away. 9. Oh, wrong button. 10, 11, 12, 13. Just for safety. And then I should have... Yeah, I have one more. I need it. Okay, we're out of the hard part, to be honest. Come on. Settle down. Hitting it the second time doesn't do anything, but it is funny. But if you hit him before he does his spawn for the fire bat, he doesn't spawn it. Which is very nice. But he will throw a bat here. They were in Turtle Rock. Bummer. This is called Torch Glitch. Okay. Oh, I didn't do it right. There we go. So that's how you damage him, though, with this. It takes a lot longer without silvers, but it means we don't have to go to Turtle Rock to find them. Ouch. But you can only hit him like 1 frame, but the spin gives you the most frames. And deals extra damage. We have more than enough magic. It's just now patience. And being a little bit careful sometimes not to fall. Or get hit into falling. But L's are good for that, because you can strafe by him like this, and then get close enough that your dash will actually do something. Or that your spin will actually do something. I find it harder to do it when he's above me than below for some reason. I don't know what that's about. None of what just happened should have worked, by the way. Okay. I was like a pixel early. 2 frames. Ouch. There we go, that's done. If you stand too close to the portal, though, it won't spawn the exit. So you have to, like, wait back here. But cool, that's a game. Set and match. Easy. A little bit over 2 hours. That's not too bad, considering Turtle Rock was late and required. We will take it. Very good, very good. Cool. So we're going to wait through the credits just to see what the stats look like for sure. Which I'm very excited about. But yeah, that's how this goes. I love these kinds of randomizers. I'll probably do a couple other ones on the channel and maybe an archipelago or two as well. They just tickle my brain in such a good way, you know? A little love for sale. Fungus for arrows. It'll also tell you, like, these specific checks, you'll get hints on what they were, if they were important or not. So, like, the Master Sword check is the one that we get. Crescent Beam. Breadsmiths. Bomb holding kid, because he had 10 whole bombs with him. Jesus. But yeah, we beat it. We did it. We did it in a decent amount of time. That was a little bit. I made some silly decisions, I think. So there were bombs on pedestal. That's what the explosions mean. I think I did some silly routing just to, like, hope that I would get things before I had to dip a dungeon. Like, ideally, I probably should do the dungeons first. But yeah, the nice thing about the rando is you get credit for the randomizer runners at the end, and then you get, like, the full checklist of stuff, so we can see how well we did overall. But yeah, I really enjoy these a lot. I don't know which one I'll do next. If we'll see. It may be like a, hey, I decided randomly to do this one. Okay, so we found our first sword very early. Pegasus was really early. Flute was right at the end. Mirror was super early. Pretty even boss kills distribution. Damage taken, lots of magic used. Save and quits 13. 1 fairy revival, which worked out so well. So 265, 165 out of 216. Which isn't all that bad, actually, all things considered. But we kind of got bottlenecked towards the end. So, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll do it off cycle of what we're doing with the long playthroughs, probably. I'll do the full video here, and then I'll do the condensed version as well. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Give the channel a subscribe if you liked this and want to see more of it. I also stream on Twitch occasionally. We're working on Pokemon Crystal 100% on retro achievements, and we're working on speedrunning Steel Soul Hollow Knight right now, which is slowly killing me, but it's fine. I'm having a good time with it regardless. But yeah, I will see you all later. Thanks for joining.